Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on SandyBay. Is this an openable shed? Getting distracted already, look at that. Windows and roof and everything. I will make use of that. Well, welcome back to another episode of SandyBay now that I'm not distracted by shiny sheds and things. You'll notice straight away I went and got a different build trailer. The one I got in the previous episode, it was too wide. Couldn't take it down the road. My vehicles were hitting it going down the road. It just didn't fit this map at all. So we'll just forget I even had that one and we'll just stick with the Marshall one. I also went and got this shovel to clean up after the cows, but you'll notice they're hungry. So down at the store just now I have 8 hay bales. They are very loud cows. Let's give them. Did they not need? Okay, they don't need. I must have already given them. The other thing I did is, obviously we're on day 4 of spring now, because I messed up the whole season thing, and last episode was a second day too. But you'll see up on the hill here, I went and got myself a van, or like a drop side pickup van. I got the MAN TGE 3100. We will make plenty use of that. We'll use it for carting the pallets around, because last episode I ended up going down to the store with a massive build trailer to get 2 pallets. Kind of a waste of time. Now, as for mods, I did get a few. I got the Icon mod for, I can't remember what the main mod is called now. Global Company. And I also got Manual Attach, because that one was suggested to me. So we'll jump in to the class area in here. We've got the bale spike on the front. We will turn our beacons on and we will head down to the store straight away, pick up those bales so we can get our cows fed to the point where they're going to survive. This is a little chalk track that I've never actually bothered to come down before. The last time I played SandyBay, even on 17, I didn't actually use this farm at all. I used I think it's Willow Farm. We're gonna make it around there with this trailer. Maybe not the best way to go with this trailer. Can't see through there. I think I pulled out in front of someone, but I have no idea. So as you can see, we now have very, very green leaves. It's looking very alive here. Now, about the map audio, it is louder than it should be. I'm not really sure what to do about it. The only thing I can think of is to turn it down on my recording software to the point where you can barely hear it. But other than that, there's not a great deal I can do about it. I also discovered that traffic on this particular map are a bunch of twats. Well, to be fair, the AI traffic on every map is a bit special, but on this map, they're particularly awesome. You can be halfway through that road we just went down, passing some cars, and some tit will come racing up in front of you and start blowing the horn, leaving you nowhere to go. But you'll see just inside the dealership here we have ourselves a nice lovely stack of bales. Where will I put the trailer? Let's try our best to turn around. And I think we'll just put the trailer right here. So I think manual attach was definitely a good thing to add. I don't know why I didn't add it right from the off. But what I'll do is I'll get these bales loaded, I'll get the audio sorted a little bit, and I'll join you guys back when we're almost back at the farm. Okay guys, we have the bales, and I also bought a weeder because I had a look at our field status, and the field that we planted in the previous episode, it did germinate, but it has weeds. So I bought this 6 metre weeder. It's only £7,000, so we'll get that done later on today. I'm was a bit of a palaver getting on this bale trailer, but we got it. Now the main thing is we got the bales, and that's really what I desperately needed. So I think 2 of them. We'll give them 2 straight away. See how they get on with that. Not the neatest bale stacking I've ever done, I have to be honest. But we got here in the end. Let's take straps off of there. And we'll go ahead and pick up the first 2. I've kinda got a rough idea of where the actual feeding point is now for them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I know where it is. Still not used to this driving direction mod. I mean, it's good. Definitely adds something to the series. I just have no idea how to use it. But I do know how to use it, it's just I'm definitely not used to it. But let's get these in here before we have cows dropping off. From what I understand, it's basically anywhere in here. Well, there you go. That should take that one as well. Now if we press Alt S to bring up the seasons menu on the animals, they could be done with another one. So I'll grab another one and then we'll put the rest of them away, and I don't know what shed to put the bales in. In fact, I'll put them in this shed down here. It's the closest one to the cows, so that makes sense actually. Yeah, put them in down there. Then we need to get the weeder unloaded, which may end up having to be done off camera because it's not actually meant to be on a trailer like this. We just we made it work. Careful here, I'm gonna end up losing a bale before I meant to lose a bale. What I might do actually is I might leave 2 of them in here. Oh, is it not one of them? Oh no, it's full. It wasn't full a second ago, it's full now. Sounds like the police are on the go again. But I've turned the in-game audio way down, so you might not even hear the tractors, but I do still have game audio. I can hear it, and it is still very loud. I have my headset turned down to about 10%, and it's still really loud, so I'm not sure if that will be fixed in an update, because it's louder than any other map I've played on. But a map as good as this, there's bound to be a few minor issues here and there anyway. That's just... it's a price you just kind of have to pay. The perfect map does not exist. At least not in version 1 anyway. Alright, so I'll get the rest of these bales stacked up in here, and we'll get the weeder on the go. We will probably use it on this tractor, to be honest. But I'll see you guys when everything's all sorted. Okay guys, bales are all put away, and I've changed the configuration of this to have the narrow tyres, which I think looks quite interesting. I usually go for wide tyres. In fact, the tyres I had on it were those Mitas tyres, which you can't get in the narrow variant, but this narrow tyres were actually still free. They're the, I think it's Trelleborg they're called, and yeah, road crop tyres are free, which is quite good. It looks like we're still not going to be able to do any seeding today because we're still at 4 Celsius. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. I worked that out before this episode that it's still too cold to seed. But we can do a bit of weeding. I'm not worried about weeding field 1 or is it field 12? Field 4. I think it's field 12. I'm going to actually. I'm not too worried about weeding those because they're not even seeded yet, so you can see there are little patches of weeds in there. I don't know if those weeds are too established for this weeder. Hopefully not. Still fixing that pothole, let's see. So this field in the right here is the one we're going to, and in fact it is field 12. We're going to get a bit of weeding done on that. I think we only have to do the bits that show weeds. I've never actually played with weeds before, so I have no idea how to do it. But I have a weeder, there's weeds, it should be somewhat self-explanatory. Our turning is just up here on the right, down this very rough dirt track. I do like this track, it's quite cool. It's not very straight, mind you, but it's a good track. I liked it in 17 as well. So let's go ahead and unfold this. I'm not sure if this is going to work or if I have to herbicide it. I really hope I don't. That's very frustrating. Those weeds were not there before. These ones we should be able to pull out though. Yeah, these ones are good. So we've got one patch of weeds that we'll have to live with, unfortunately. Don't want to be missing any now, do we? What we'll do is we'll check the weather forecast and see what job we can do next now that our cows are safe. I think that's all. Let's double check. I got one pretty sizable patch. Oh, there's a little bit over there by the looks of it. I don't see them in the field. No, can't see them, can't fix them. So I head back down to the farm, I'll check the weather forecast, see what we can do. We're going to have to get a sprayer now. That's really annoying. We're not going to get one of those right now though. Well, I'll head back down to the farm like I said, check the weather forecast and figure out what our next job is. Okay guys, our next job is in fact to seed. I'm going to take a big gamble here and I'm going to seed field 1 with rye even though the ground temperature is 1 degree too low. But I checked the weather forecast and it is supposed to be much warmer tomorrow, so hopefully this will actually work the way it's supposed to. I really hope it does. Otherwise, I mean, rye is going to be our big crop. It's the new crop for this map, if you will. Instead of a default crop. Yeah, I want to plant field 4 with alfalfa. I suppose we could do that as well. But in fact, let's do that. Let's plant the alfalfa first because I'm less concerned if we lose some of that because it's just a substitute for grass, really, isn't it? And it's another one of the multi-fruit crops you get on this map. So let's cycle through here and alfalfa. There's the enchanted forest. We may end up purchasing the enchanted forest, so we have something to do in winter. It might not be a bad thing to do, keep us busy. So here we are, crashing into a police car. See no complaints with that. So unfold our 6-meter seeder, which I now realise, because I've got manual attach installed now, I need to connect the hoses before I can unfold it. It's the way manual attach works. If you add manual attach after you've started, then your machine's supposed to be attached, but the hoses won't be. So this is a nice little bit of alfalfa going in here. I really hope that this crop doesn't fail. If the crop fails, we are gonna be in big trouble. We're gonna end up having to take out like a loan or something to keep the farm going. But as per usual with jobs like this, let's jump into a bit of a time lapse and get this field seeded. Okay guys, just the lower headland to do now. And looking at this field, I thought that this would like get rid of the weeds with it being a direct drill, but it has not. So we are going to have to get some herbicide and a sprayer. We're going to need a sprayer anyway, to be honest. But what I'll do is, once we get back to the farm, I will jump in to the MAN drop side van that we've got, and we'll head off down to the store and pick up some herbicide. And then we'll worry about getting a sprayer maybe in the next episode. We'll just have to really have to keep an eye on the money. We've only got £72,000 and our only daily income is just a couple of grand from the two little solar panels that we have out the back of the house, and it's only maybe 2.5 grand a day, and so far we're spending significantly more than that each day. So we're gonna have to figure something out with, because we still need to get mowers and tedders and windrowers and all sorts of equipment. I mean, the sprayer itself, that's not going to be cheap, and I'm pretty sure herbicide as well is about 3.5 grand per like a bottle of it. Well, IBC. So as a little narrative thing, down at the store, whenever I'm getting any pallets from the store and I take the MAN down there, I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that places like that would have a forklift and would load your vehicle up for you. I mean, I've never bought herbicide, mind you, but I have been to plenty of builders merchants in my time, and every time I've been to a builders merchants and bought any bulk items, they've always brought them out with a forklift and loaded them into the vehicle for me, or at very least brought them to the side of the vehicle and I've been able to load them. But I think that's a reasonable expectation for narrative things. I'm not going to get a forklift down at the store, in case you're wondering, because I'm pretty sure that there's a map decoration forklift there, so having another one would just seem a bit out of place. But basically what I'm saying is I'm not going to have to take a tractor down to the store every time I want to load something up, because that would mean taking a tractor and trailer, and then the dropside van would be very pointless in owning because it doesn't have a forklift with it. And with the dropside van, I actually did get the ramps with it, so if we ever get any small machinery like an old tractor or something like that, we can load it into the back of there. But again, for narrative reasons, we'll just say that the store shuts at 6. I don't know if there is actually a time that the store shuts, but I want to see what's down this path. I think this just leads down to field 21. What I might do is I might put in a path across here. Yeah, I almost definitely will put in a path across there. But again, we'll do narrative with it, so it's we'll have to spend the money getting the work done, if you will. I mean, if it's just a dirt path, then I can do it with the class, so we might end up doing that. The other thing I want to do is I don't actually intend on having sheep in this series, because we're running seasons, and to be honest, seasons and sheep is pointless. So the field 21, which I think is the sheep pasture, and even the grass field that we just drove through, I'm seriously considering ploughing them up and turning them into more arable land. Maybe not both of them, because we do need some grassland. But then again, I might plough them up anyway and replant grass in one of them, so that way we can fertilise it and things like that. But we'll worry about that another day. We're not going to do that today. We're already 5:45 in the afternoon. It's definitely too late to be starting a big job like that. But we're just going to go down to the shop and we're going to buy the herbicide today. We'll look at getting a sprayer for the next episode, like in next episode. I'm going way too fast for a residential area. It's easy to get carried away. But it's a 30 for a reason, as they say. Yeah, I'll get some herbicide purchased, loaded up in the van. I think we'll go for 6. We'll get 4 or 6 depending on the price of it. We already have 4 liquid fertilizers, so yeah, I'll get 4. Okay, apparently I somehow pushed a button to put it in cap. Don't know what button that was. Now, let me see, is there a way I can drop the sides? That's going to put the ramp at the back. You know what, yeah, it's fine. Right, I'll get this done and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, here we are. I got 6. Very heavy. We're a little stuck. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Front wheel drive van with this much weight on it, because I'm assuming it's front wheel drive. To be honest, a van this length is usually rear wheel drive. We'll ignore that. So we'll head back up to the farm with our 6 herbicide. Now they're 3,000 litres each. Brakes don't work. We'll ignore that one too. Yeah, with this much weight on it, it's no surprise that the brakes are a bit on the gummy bear side. Yeah, completely non-existent, should I say. And he did. Let's see if we can make it past these roadworks without any more traffic. Okay. Don't know what exactly that was. Very high current, we'll say it was that. And we'll also ignore they ever happened. So what I had to do to get all these on was I actually had to take the ramp configuration off of this van, but it was free to do so, and we own the ramps anyway, so if we ever need to put them back on, we can do that also for free. So we don't need to worry about that, we have both options available to us. I happen to know that going back up that chalk drive with this van, not really an option, so we are going to have to go the long way around, which I mean is fine. My foot is completely flat and we are dropping speed so bad, holding up traffic and everything. So we're down to 57,000, which is worrying. This is a mod herbicide, IBC, in case you're wondering, that's why it's black. It has slightly more capacity, but it's also a bit more expensive. But the default ones look too similar to the standard fertilizer IBC, so I wanted something that looked different. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is way too heavy for this van. Brake. More brakes. Okay. We still crashed. So now that we're in the farmyard, we don't need to worry about the beacons. All the brakes. Well, there you go. But yeah, I think I'll call this episode here for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. As per usual, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get, let's go for 15 likes on this video. And if you're new to the channel, you can hit that subscribe button as well. And you can also ring the bell icon, that way you get notified of all future live streams and videos that I post on the channel. It's a good way to stay informed. Another good way to stay informed is to head over to my Discord. The link to my Discord server is in the description below. I look forward to seeing you guys over there, and also you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter name is up on the screen just now, so just head over to Twitter and search for me there and drop me a follow. It'd be very much appreciated. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.